Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have my man here back from Tijuana, from Mexico. He is the superstar. They call him El Gallo de Tijuana, which means the game.
The cock.
The game bread.
Cock.
Kind of like Mark Aspinall.
Tell how it is. Tell how it is.
Okay, he's a big cock in Mexico.
The cock of TJ.
The cock of TJ, okay? It has a different meaning when you say it in Spanish. It's El Gallo de Tijuana means you're like the rooster. It means like the big dog, the main guy in the area. Because, there's a bunch of little chickens, little stupid-ass chicks, and then you have the main cock. This is the big cock right here. So what do you got to say now that you're back again in Northern California, ready to rock and roll? Or we already had a great time today. We had a great time last night when you showed up. Now we get to chillax, talk a little bit about life.
I just got to say, I sent a message to Trump. So I'm going to be back.
Don't be disrespecting my Trump, though.
With migration, we're
okay.
Good. No, I love my nigga Trump.
What happened to you, bro? You got kicked out of the country or what? Tell me the truth, bro.
No, the truth is...
Because all of a sudden, Trump got into the house. Trump got the White House, and you took off.
No, the thing is...
You took off to Mexico. Hey, don't report him.
No, the thing is, a lot of trannies, a lot of weird stuff happening around here.
But Trump's clearing it up. Now there's only 2 sexes.
So goddamn. But I'm back.
You're back with the trannies.
For a little while.
I noticed right when you left, there was a lot less trannies in our country.
Oh, yeah?
If there's anything like the same thing.
But you're still here, man.
I'm still here.
You're still here with the big tits and the long hair.
Big
You're already a tranny, bro.
Exactly, bro.
What's going on?
I'm fucking...
You can't even light up the cigar. What's going on?
I'm milking, too. You want to suck my teeth? I'm milking, too.
Hell no.
So what's up with you, man? Tell me what's the good life from TJ. It's because, here's the thing. There's certain cities in this world that everyone wants to know about. For example, people want to know about the Bay Area. What's going on in the Bay Area? People want to know what's going on in L.A. People want to know what's going on in New York. People want to know what's going on in Miami. People want to know what's going on in London. People want to know what's going on in Guadalajara. People want to know what's going on in Bogota, in Medellin. There's some cities in this world that people want to know. And people want to know what's going on in the border of Mexico. What's going on in Tijuana, bro?
Well, Tijuana right now is always dangerous city, dangerous place. Lots of good-looking, you know what?
What? Tell me. I don't know. Tell me.
There's good-looking hoes. We got the best place in the world. Look, you know my friend. You know who I'm gonna talk. I don't want to say his name.
Let's say Billy.
Yeah, let's say Billy.
Let's say
Billy been to all the strip clubs.
Let's say John. Nothing. Let's say
This guy been to all the strip clubs in the world.
Okay.
Amsterdam, Thailand, China, all over the fucking place. He told me, do you know what's the best strip club in the world?
What did John Nathan tell you about what was the best strip club in the world?
Tell me, man, there's no place like
No. I want to hear the accent. I want to hear his accent. And what, Orlando?
You know, man. You know, man.
Yeah,
I just got to tell you, the host, TJ, they different.
The host and TJ are different.
But it's expensive now. The thing is, it's expensive now.
But tell me what is different when he says different. What does different mean?
Well, he gives you this look. He gives you that. Oh yeah. Oh, I got you for a camera.
Dirty, dirty old
like,
man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what he does. That's his thing.
He does give that crazy look. Huh? Yeah. I remember when we were in Guadalajara.
Fucks bitches in the pool, bro. Everybody looking.
That's true, huh?
Just like you.
Damn, Jonathan.
You do the same thing.
No, I'm the whale in the pool. I'm the whale. I'm the shark. I'm the killer whale. I'm the killer whale.
Nah, but Tijuana is good. Nice food.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's cheap compared to here, the Bay, and so what? But
what else has been going on? Like, so people right now in Mexico, people in the United States think that Mexico has immigration problems because everyone's getting kicked out. But people don't know that. Yeah, sometimes they're getting kicked out, and what border towns are they getting kicked out to? Do they actually get sent to Tijuana, Nogales? Because that was the first 4 months, right, of the Trump administration. Now, I know they're going to start getting sent to Chiapas, all the way to the south side of Mexico, which that's going to be a long bear crawl all the way back up to the border, right? Because before they'd get kicked out, they'd be around the border, and they'd be like, let me get a couple of tacos to go because I'm going right across that border again. And they'd be right back here again. So where exactly are they getting kicked out to? What cities?
I have no fucking clue, but not TJ.
No, not TJ. That's the thing, not TJ, because it's too easy to come back. But
yeah.
What do you think they're getting kicked out? I would not even think Nogales.
No, I think the south of the country, like you're saying, to Chiapas and all those states,
but
all the way down.
But that's now. What was it before? Do you know?
I have no idea.
They don't even talk about that, huh?
No, we don't, actually, in Mexico, man, I think it's more of a media stuff because in Mexico, like, it really doesn't affect so much. I'm gonna say something. Since Trump came, he did talk with the Mexican president, and
the woman.
Yes, and thing has changed a lot. Now we don't see people from Salvador. Like before, we see like 400 people just walking by the whole country just to go to the States. Now we don't see that because Trump, even though, you know, at the camera and in the news, she doesn't say, oh, yeah, I'm doing stuff with Trump. He always says, no, we're going to, you know, defend our country. We're doing our own stuff. But, you know, when they sit down and they talk, everything is going on around. What the fuck, bro?
What am I tell you right now, bro? Like I'm
God damn, we're doing a fucking podcast. You bring your fucking phone ass shit?
Bro, I'm going to clip this up, send it to my boy Alex Bañuelos. You guys want to talk to a badass realtor? My boy Alex Bañuelos, he's been in business for 40 years. And you want to be disrespectful to my boy Alex? Shh, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Shout out to my boy Isaac, also another badass realtor, Isaac.
Back from months. The first thing you do is not put your phone on silent. What the fuck?
Look, you're trying to act like this is the first podcast I've done in months. Bro, I've been working without you. And I'm going to tell you the truth, the podcasts have actually been better without you. So you got a long way to go.
Yeah.
If you want to get better, you want to get back on the A team. Because right now, I don't know if you're a B team, C team, or what. Right now, you're pretending to be A team, which I appreciate. I like it that you're here.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
But you need to step your game up right now because I ain't about this bullshit, okay? You know, fucking bring your shit, be real, be honest, and give these guys the real talk about what's going on in Tijuana, what's going on all in California, because now you've been pimping hoes like dominoes up and down the border here in California. So you need to tell these guys what's going on. You know what? You got a few more white hair, bro. What's stressing you out? Because I got less white hair. If you look at my shit, you can say it's tranny, but it's black. You got a few more black hair. Let me tell you guys a secret. I'm going to tell you guys something very personal.
I'm going to let you talk. Continue. I'm going to light my cigar. You keep talking.
So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys something that you know, it's the inside scoop, which us as podcasters, we kind of don't let a lot of people know about the secrets. But let me tell you about what was the A side over here, which is trying to come back on into the A side. Here's use this one, because obviously you ain't got it to be able to light up a fire.
Your shit doesn't work. Another call. God damn,
I'm glad y'all set it off.
This is what I'm telling you. You see? You're the A game. You bring all these calls, and you're the A game. We're fucked, bro. Listen. That's why this fucking podcast only has like 3 views per video. That's why.
Actually, 2.
That's why.
It's actually 2. And that's only me and you. Yeah. You're the ones that view it. So the reason why Orlando sits on that side, you want to tell him why? Or should I tell him? Okay, I'll tell him since you want me to tell him. So the reason Orlando sits on that side, he says, oh, it's because when I sit this way, this is my good side right here. My skin is better. I feel my nose is a better angle right here. This eye glistens a little more. And then right here on this right side, I have the white side. Like, what are you talking about the white side? Oh, because he looks like a little, like, he's got like George Clooney look going on right here. So he's embarrassed. He wants to hide it. But I go, bro, just flash that George Clooney stuff. I call it the Alejandro Fernandez look because Alejandro Fernandez, he's one of the most best and most famous singers in Mexico. He's the son of Vicente Fernandez, the father of Alex Fernandez. And he is...
Listen, old man, nobody gives a fuck about that.
Yes, they do. They care. And so he has white hair up and down since he was in his 20s. And that's why I told him, don't worry about it. It's because you're destined to be a multi-millionaire and famous, right? Just like Alejandro Fernandez is. The problem is Alejandro Fernandez has so many women that he got bored of women. And then what happened?
He turned out like you, gay.
He started like men. So, I hope you don't do that. Let me slide.
Okay. Are you done?
I'm done.
After like your fucking 20 minutes talk.
People want to know. People care.
You said you had less white hair. You're right. Because you had less hair now. Oh, man. That's why. That's easy. I'm not losing hair. That's why it's white. But you listen here.
Let me tell you guys, all the old and new money podcast fans, okay? Especially you older guys. I know we got more older guys. You guys like to listen to good conversation. And I'm probably like older than you guys, even though you guys look way older than me, of course. But let me tell you the secret to my hair. I got this thing. Okay, my hair. It's 2 things. I'm going to tell you one of them today. And next time I'll give you another one. Why my hair doesn't fall out, why it gets full like this. It's okay. I'm going to tell you one secret. There's actually 3, but because I just added one right now. Okay? But I'm going to say the 2, but then the 3 one that I'm going to make up, I'm going to come up with a later podcast. But there's this thing called botana. Botana. Botana oil or botana cream. And you put it on your hair and it opens up your pores. And you grow hair again. And it's legit. It legit worked. I should get a sponsor for this stuff because look at my beautiful glistening hair, right? And so this is a normal that a half a century-year-old man has awesome black hair like this. And I credit it to a lot of stuff, right? I eat a lot of raw eggs, so that helps a lot, right? Like a Rocky style. So I eat a lot of raw eggs. I put that little oil of batana. I eat a lot of salmon. I eat lamb. But I think that what really started to spark my hair coming back, like even thicker, was botana oil. So I just put it on at night. I don't. Someone else puts it on. And so they put it on, massage it into my scalp. And then little by little, I started seeing the hair start growing back again. Like more fuller, bro. I was like, damn, I look younger than you. And so I was like, damn, this is smooth. I look sexy as hell. So that's one of the things that I use. I'm going to find a sponsor.
I'm going to tell you something. What you're saying is actually true.
I know it is.
No, it's actually true. Like, you grow, like, if you were this for all our viewers that may be losing hair, what Abel just said is true.
It is.
If you don't want to lose your hair, you put that. It's not expensive. It's not something crazy. It's not fucking pseudoscience. It's not. It's 100% real.
But it's like muscle. You got to be consistent with it.
Yeah, you have to be putting it on and everything. Mm-hmm. But it's true. It's true. It's 100% true.
That's one of them. So I got other things. But as long as you put on consistently, that stuff with the other stuff.
Man, that's a secret. Like, that's a
lot of people.
Hollywood actors do that, and it's true. It's 100% true. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that you know about that shit.
Bro, I know everything. Ask me something else. Ask me who's going to win the fight between, let's say, you know what, for all of our fight fans, let's talk about something that we like to talk about, right? Because obviously you know I'm a genius. I know all this shit. Health, wealth, growing your hair back, you know what I mean? Having a six-pack way hidden, way deep in here. I don't know why this angle makes me look a little bigger. You know, I thought I was losing a little bit of weight. But let's talk about this. Who, as far as fight fans, dude, I can talk about fights. Who would fight? Who would win in this fight? Who would win against this fighter? Let's talk about the heavyweight division.
Let's talk about
heavyweight decision or light heavyweight or
let's start with heavy, like you. Let's start with heavyweight, like you.
Well, first of all, let me tell you something. I'm glad this boring Bilal lost his title. I'm gonna clip this up. Boring Bilal. I'm glad you lost a title, bro. I wish me and you could fight so I can show the whole world you can't even finish a 50-year-old man, bro. That's how boring you are. What are you gonna do? Hold my legs, sniff my crotch,
you sleep.
your crotch, and put me to sleep, dude? While you're fighting, you're gonna put me to sleep. While you're trying to beat me up, I'm be like, bro, just like to fight. Oh, falling asleep. Boring Bilal. I'm glad you lost your title. Even though, you know, I'm glad you were champion because that's something I never got to do. But you're still fucking boring. So here's the thing. Let's talk about the heavyweights, bro. Some fights that might not ever happen. Fights that should have happened and fights that maybe might happen.
Yeah.
Who's the top three names? Top three names that are in your mind as far as heavyweights. Active or maybe kind of active or should have been active.
John Jones.
Pick one. Okay. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
Ngannou.
You pick two? How can you pick the black guys, bro? You're racist, bro. You pick Ngannou and John Jones. I'm gonna pick the white guy.
How would I be racist if I'm picking the black guys? It'll be.
You're racist against the white guys, and I like the white guys. I like my white folks more. So
you know the thing is, the white guys.
Yeah, I said it.
They get their fucking wives get fucked.
No, they don't.
And look, listen,
God, you're so racist,
listen,
bro.
By Mexicans like me, by black dudes.
Bro, I don't know what to say about this right now.
Look, if white men don't bring their shit together, they're not gonna be more whites.
The good thing is all my white friends are fucking awesome and they all got it squared away. Maybe the guys you hang out with, I don't know, maybe John Nathan. Is that what his name was? John Nathan. Maybe they're out
I
there.
love my guy John.
Or maybe
leave
a guy named
John alone.
Maybe a guy named Roberto. That's a white guy. Roberto.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Rob?
I don't know.
You don't know Rob?
No. Is your best friend?
No,
is that your best friend?
Supposedly.
I think that's your best friend. Well, anyway.
Okay. So let's get back to our point. You pick two black guys because you're racist, because you want to send them like slaves fighting or whatever. What's wrong with you, man? I picked the white guy. I think the white guy's going to smoke him. Aspinall. You pick Ngannou, John Jones, and I pick Aspinall. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I agree with top three.
Okay. So let's say about the fight that was supposed to happen. Ngannou, dude, he got a bad accident. Who cares? So Ngannou and John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
When were they supposed to fight? What year was it? Do you remember?
I have no fucking clue. But about like 3 years ago.
2022.
3 years ago.
Maybe 21. Maybe 4 years ago. Maybe 21. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
they were supposed to fight.
So they're supposed to fight. Ngannou and Jon Jones were supposed to fight. And everyone loves Ngannou until recently when he crashed into someone, right? And who knows what happened, right? We haven't know if he's found guilty or not guilty yet. But maybe the guy should pay a driver. Pay someone to drive. He's got the same problem Jon Jones does. Yeah. Jon Jones over here crashing into pregnant chicks. And Ngannou's over here crashing into girls.
With guys drinking and driving. I really don't get it, man.
Drinking? I
really don't get it. I mean, you have to be a fucking G if you want to drive drunk. Not
even, bro. You can't even drive drunk. No one in the right mind should ever drive drunk.
I agree. But if you're gonna do it like in, I don't know, Mexico.
Do it like in never. Ngannou crashed in Africa.
Do it like in TJ.
Do it like in TJ. In TJ, you would know, right? But even Ngannou, he crashed in Africa, bro.
No, never drink and drive.
Never drink and drive.
Never drink and drive. That's stupid. Isn't that like the best way to ruin your life, either because you die or because you kill someone? It's like extremely stupid doing that. Stay home. Stay home. Call a couple bitches. Hey, what's up? Hoes. I want to have fun.
A horse.
Yeah, or what, whatever that. Just, hey, want to spend some fun time at home. I got the best drinks. I got this. I got that. That's it.
Okay.
Like, why go out?
I agree, bro.
Especially if you have all that money and all that stuff. Like, why would you do something like that? I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't understand about drinking and driving. But you know what? Ngannou right now is in the thick of it. Jon Jones is out of all that mess. I think he's acting Christian right now for another 6 months or 8 months. He's in Thailand. No, he's messing with the trannies. Yeah. He's back to the trannies. Jon Jones. You see Jon Jones was being thrown around by his Khabib's team all in the sky. And he was like, yeah, grab me. Oh, no homo. Grab me. Oh, grab me. Pause. So all this funny stuff, right?
Yeah.
So going back to the fight game. Let's take up the first matchup that was supposed to happen. Ngannou versus Jon Jones. That fight was talked about for how many years? Year and a half? 2 years? Would have happened? Could have happened? Should have happened? This fight was talking about when Ngannou was still knocking the blocks right after he knocked off
Jon Jones wins that fight.
Bro.
I'm going to tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
Okay, tell me. I want to know.
Look.
Here's the thing. Me and my man right here, we talk a lot about fights, and for some reason, we seem to agree on almost nothing when it comes to fights, right? I don't know why, even though we know so much about fighting, supposedly, in our head. So, Jon Jones, why do you think he beats Ngannou?
Look, Stipe Miocic beat Ngannou, right? And in that fight, Ngannou...
Oh, wait. They fought again, bro.
I know.
Okay, go ahead.
But he looked human. Ngannou doesn't have that hand speed. He loads up all those punches. He loads them up. It's not like Aspinall is super fast. Aspinall could do it here like a boxer. Mm-hmm. Ngannou has to load the punch and then he throws it. That's why he got knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
But that's boxing, right? We're talking MMA. Anyway,
people with pillows.
Anyway,
what, bro? They're big ass pillows. They're 16 ounces, 14 ounces, 12 ounces. Who cares? You get hit by one of those punches, you should be like, didn't hurt. Anyways, go on with the next part. So you think because
doesn't have the cardio. That's what I'm trying to say. Doesn't have the cardio. Doesn't have the footwork.
Wait, hold up. How do you say he doesn't have the cardio anymore?
He doesn't have.
He went 5 rounds with Stipe Miocic. Now he wasn't full blasters and the end of the fights, but he got better.
No, but he doesn't have the cardio. At the pace of Jon Jones, with the IQ of Jon Jones, he can't do it. He can't do it. The only way Ngannou wins, first round knockout. That's the only way. And obviously, Jones going to know that. And he's going to try to bring it to the ground. He's going to try to run away. He's going to try to do something.
It's going to be a first round knockout. It's going to be a second, a third, a fourth, or a fifth.
I'm telling you, he's going to gas out. Look what happened with the Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, but that was boxing.
Doesn't matter.
And Anthony Joshua at 30,
you think his jaw's going to be the same?
Yeah, they wrapped up his stuff. You think the
chin's going to be the same from Ngannou?
They wrapped up his stuff with extra stuff, so it was like harder. Who? Anthony Joshua cheated. Come on, bro. He cheated. They wrapped up his stuff with extra tape, and they put on the plastic stuff. They taped it, so it felt like it was cement. Nah. Just like they did in the old days, and they cheat. Yeah.
Bro, stop being ridiculous.
That's what really happened.
I saw the fight. Look, he had his hands low. He got it perfectly caught with a 1-2.
1-2.
Boxing, MMA, and boxing.
That 1-2 is nice, though, huh?
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, for everybody that's a fighter who loves to fight, you can never be perfect at the 1-2. It's like the most basic combination. And it's the best combination. Everybody gets knocked out with that.
Yeah.
Everyone
gets touched with that.
It's just a simple 1-2. But if you do it right with the distance and power and speed, you can knock out anybody.
Yeah.
Even if you're losing a fight, you can knock somebody out.
You can knock someone out.
Just win at 1-2.
And if you throw over and over and over again, it's going to connect sooner or later. I hope.
If you go low, then you go up, get him. Anyway,
Jon
Jones wins. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
Bro, how do you not have
Next
no
fight.
fight IQ? How do you not have no fight IQ? After all the experience that Ngannou has, okay, fighting at heavyweights. How many fights has Jon Jones fought at heavyweights? How many?
Okay,
2?
I'm going to tell you.
Two, just because you don't know.
I'm going to tell you something.
You're welcome for me educating you.
I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me.
Who has more experience fighting? Jon Jones or Ngannou?
Bro, you don't know how many fights Ngannou's fighting in Africa.
No.
He might have been fighting in Africa too, bro.
Who has more experience? Jon Jones. Jon Jones.
Oh, you're talking about on books. On the books.
On the books, on what we know. Jon Jones. Look at the resume of Jon Jones. Experience, he wins. He fought better opposition, and he has fought more times for title fights.
Old ass people.
No, he didn't fight.
He fought Daniel Cormier when he was like 40 years old. Yeah. Yeah, he fought everyone old. Look, all the old fighters. Vitor, old. Shogun, old. Forrest Griffin, old. Everyone was old.
Why nobody was beating them then?
Because everyone was old.
No.
They're like my age.
This is what I was telling you the other day too.
Okay.
Let's say Jon Jones is on steroids. Let's say he's on steroids.
Okay. He was on steroids.
Let's say he is.
Those picograms.
Let's say he is. Let's say they were old. The fighters he was fighting, they were old. Okay, why is there no other Jon Jones then? Because there's guys that's taller Jon Jones. There's guys that has better speed, maybe more power, same arm length, leg length.
No one has arm length or leg length like Jon Jones.
There's a guy that's like 7 foot in UFC. I don't remember the name.
Strovanov or
it's a guy that is like he's shit. So what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to say is,
he's not shit. He was heavyweight. He was good.
Shit, bro.
Oh my god.
What I'm trying to say is,
no fight IQ.
Even though you might say, oh, he has disadvantage and disadvantage. Okay.
Okay.
Why is nobody? Everybody has disadvantages the same as Jon Jones. Is not even a quarter as good as Jon Jones. Why? Tell me why.
Who said not a quarter? Who are you to measure a man's quarter of a fighter, bro?
Everybody knows.
Who are you? Quarter of Jon Jones?
Ask Dana White.
No, you know why Dana White was saying that? Because he was trying to hype him up to come back to fight. All Dana White was doing was trying to hype up a man to have him come back to fight.
He says he's the best ever.
Why? Because he wants him to come back to fight. That's why. No. He's trying to, because he knows he's scared of Tom Aspinall. He's scared of Tom Aspinall.
Okay.
Jon Jones.
So you admit Ngannou gets beat.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. Because you're not saying Aspinall. So that means you're already Ngannou doesn't matter.
No, okay. I'm saying
we're talking about Ngannou.
Ngannou.
Yeah.
But I can't change the subject in the middle of conversation.
No, you can't.
Okay, cool. Ngannou. All the experience he has now, okay, especially training for a 12-round boxing match. He's got conditioning now. Now he's patient, okay? Okay, so that guy Joshua got lucky. Lucky with the 1-2. Absolutely lucky. He got lucky 2 times because he dropped him twice with that. Nasty. Despicable. Unconscious. He didn't know where Ngannou didn't know where he was at.
That's not luck.
Ngannou thought he was like in Jupiter. And I believe it was all luck. That's why I think Jon Jones, he gets touched up by Ngannou because now Jon Jones knows he's got to wrestle him. Okay? And Ngannou knows I got my protective defense on for the takedown, and I just need one fucking
Ngannou
rocket.
Doesn't know how to wrestle.
Oh, he's got his he
you,
can defend.
You see what Stipe Miocic did to him?
The first fight only? Oh, so he can't get no better?
Nah, he
can't get no better.
He's older.
He can't get no better.
He's like you.
Bro.
He's old.
And I'm getting better too.
No, you ain't getting better.
Bro, I'm collecting are you collecting medals right now? No, but I'm talking shit about my skills, bro. I'm an athlete. I'm a divine creature when it comes to
That's not what the striking coach told me, man. I will tell you something, people.
Okay.
Striking coach said
let's hear it.
Abel only picks up fights with small guys. This guy's weighed like 500 pounds. And he only picks a fight with 100 pounders. So that's what the striking coach told me. I don't know.
But I pick a fight with people that have fast hands, like Fast Hands Eddie. That's what I pick fights with. So what? They're smaller than me. Who cares? But they're fast. So it's pretty even, right? Okay, let's get back to Ngannou and Jon Jones. Here's the thing. When Ngannou gets prepared for a fight, like he got prepared to fight Stipe Miocic, a wrestler, which he knew he got dominated for 5 rounds. Remember the way that Ngannou was getting up after each round? And he's still, Ngannou, after in the Miocic fight, he's getting wrestled and beat down.
I told you, he has no cardio.
No, that was the first fight, bro. And then he came back in the second fight, and he was ready to go. And he knocked out Stipe Miocic.
What do you got to say about
the greatest
Cyril
heavyweight
Gane
of all
fight?
time?
What do you got to say about the Cyril Gane fight? He lost that shit too.
Cyril versus Ngannou or Cyril versus John Jones?
No, Ngannou.
Ngannou. Okay.
What do you got to say about that?
So at that fight, I'm going to say Ngannou was playing with Cyril. He's just practicing. He thought this is a wrestling match. This is for fun. I said, I'm going to outpoint him. I'm going to do what I want with him. I'm going to pretend this guy's John Jones, and I'm going to wrestle him. I'm going to hump him to death.
That's what I'm telling you. He doesn't know how to wrestle.
And so he wrestled Ngannou.
And he
wrestled
got fucked.
he beat Cyril in wrestling. He wrestled him for fun, and then he beat him. Yes, he did.
Cyril Gane beat
Ngannou? No.
Yeah, let me check.
Bro, bet me $1 that you're wrong. Bet me $1 while you look it up, and I'll keep telling people about the fight game, because obviously you don't. Bet me $1, bro. Don't be scared. Gentleman's bet. Okay. So what happened was, I believe a fighter can get better as time goes on, especially after a loss, right? No one wants to lose, but we all got to admit, we all lose, right? We lose in the gym, we lose in front of our crowds, we lose when we're getting paid. When, or sometimes our records take a little, someone's O's got to go, right? And so Ngannou's O was gone, but when he fought Cyril, he wrestled him. And that was a thing on him. Everyone's saying, oh no, Cyril, it wasn't even a good wrestler, and it took forever for him to wrestle. I know I'm right, so you owe me $1.
Decision, yeah.
You owe me $1. And so he wrestled him because he wanted to practice what it was to wrestle in front of a big crowd. So now that we got that.
God damn,
I'm glad y'all set it off. And so with that, that's why I know that Ngannou would smoke John Jones because he's trained. Now, when it comes to Aspinall.
Okay, let's agree that we disagree. So let's go to Aspinall.
Okay. Aspinall.
What happens with
Aspinall versus who?
John Jones.
Okay, John Jones. Aspinall's too thick, too strong, too fast, too cunning. He's got a chin.
He's not thick. For a heavyweight, he's not thick.
What are you talking about?
He's lean. He's a lean heavyweight.
But he's thick. He's at 265.
But he's not big.
He walks around at 265. He doesn't even have to cut weight like all these other cheaters. So Aspinall is too quick, too much, too quick to lead everything. It's just everything is too much. The only thing John Jones got is some experience and his reputation. Why do you think John Jones did not want to take that fight? He got offered $30 million, right? $30 million. That's like $1 million, $1.1 million a minute. Okay. For a 25-minute fight. Mm-hmm. $1 million a minute is what he's going to get paid. And he said, no, because I'm going to get beat up and I'm going to lose my perfect record. I understand it. He's scared.
Look.
John Jones is scared.
No. Look. Aspinall and John Jones' power, they're the same.
Oh, bro.
They're the same.
Stop it.
Stop it. Speed, Aspinall has the speed over John's. I agree with that.
And power.
Experience, John Jones.
Barely, by a hair.
No. Look.
Okay.
Aspinall hasn't even, we don't know how he's going to fight after the third round. He's never been to a 5-round fight. All his fights have been done in the first round, and one of them was in the second round.
But he trains for 5 rounds, bro. His daddy's watching it.
Look, I'm telling you, the experience, the IQ, the cardio. We don't know how he's gonna react to that.
I know.
We already talking about the Ngannou fight. How he reacted when he went to long distance. He got fucked up. He was tired. He was. You said
Ngannou, but not Aspinall.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is that experience.
So we agree. Aspinall beats John Jones. How about Ngannou versus Aspinall? Who wins?
No, John Jones wins against Aspinall. The reason I'm gonna tell you why John Jones is not gonna fight Aspinall, because I talked to him last night.
Okay, what did he say? Did he text you, or were you on?
No, call
on WhatsApp.
No, call. Phone call.
You got great call.
FaceTime.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
So John went Thailand.
You spoke to Johnny Bones
I'm here with
Jones.
your friend John Jones.
Yeah.
Let's talk. So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, he's already the GOAT.
Okay.
At least for some people, top 3, easy, history. Like, would I destroy my record against a young fella that is hungry, that he has a big chance of beating me? I'm not getting paid what I want. And he's being disrespectful to me. Even though I'm going to give him his best paycheck.
You're worried
in his
about
life.
being disrespectful.
Look,
You're
look.
going in the ring of getting in your underwear and fighting a man, and you're worried about disrespectful? You think
Look.
John Jones is worried about that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you.
What did he tell
more.
you?
I'm going to tell you more.
What else did he tell you?
Plus, he's like, look, I'm going to put him in the spotlight.
Did he tell you?
The only reason why we talk about Aspinall is because we talk about John Jones. It's the only fucking reason we
my
know about
God.
that guy. Nobody knew about him.
Dude, just because you're friends with the boy doesn't mean you have to hang off his crotch,
You know why we
bro.
know Aspinall? Because he was on the undercard of Pereira. That's the only fucking reason we know
Oh,
about
that's the
Aspinall.
only reason? It's not because he's knocking everyone out?
No, he's not knocking nobody out.
Okay. So the reason why Aspinall is going to beat John Jones, it's actually probably never going to happen. You see John Jones right now is in Singapore, is out of shape. He looks like me right now. He's hell out of shape.
So
Hell out of shape.
You're saying you're out of shape.
I'm not in UFC condition
So
fight.
you're saying you're out of shape.
I'm not saying I'm not in UFC condition shape.
So you're saying
Maybe-
you're not in shape.
Maybe give me 3 weeks.
So
and
you're
I'll
saying
be in
you're not in shape.
Maybe give me 3 weeks and I'll be in UFC condition shape.
So you admit you're not in shape.
I'm just saying I will be in 3 weeks.
So you admit it.
I'm just saying I'll be ready to go in 3 weeks, Dana. Send me time and location.
All right.
Just send me time and location.
All right.
And
What
so,
else?
and so when you what about
So, John
Ngannou
Jones.
and Aspinall? Ngannou and Aspinall, bro. Think about that because I know you're gonna give yourself a headache with that,
Aspinall.
bro. What's wrong with you? How can you never agree with anything that's like logical?
You
Fight
think
sense?
you think Ngannou beats Aspinall?
Yeah.
What the hell no?
Yes. Yes, he does.
So for you, the best heavyweight right now is Francis Ngannou.
Okay, let me take it back.
Ah,
Let me walk it back.
okay.
So I think, let me change this. So I think, okay, let's go with John Jones barely beats Ngannou on a decision
Okay.
because of wrestling.
I agree with that. John
But he
Jones-
doesn't knock him out.
No, he doesn't knock him out.
And he beats him on points only.
Yes. And ground control and all that shit
If I was to bet.
that I don't like.
Okay. So the circle is John Jones barely beats Ngannou.
Mm-hmm.
Ngannou beats the shit out of Aspinall.
What?
And Aspinall smokes John Jones.
100% bullshit, my
So
friend.
what's the circle then? What's the circle of life?
Nah, come on, bro.
That's real. Think about it. Even though you might say, oh, that's not MMA math. Well, MMA math doesn't matter because what we're doing is styles make fights. Everyone knows styles make fights. What's the power of Ngannou? Big bombs. And we've already seen Aspinall gets touched. The Russian Povich or whatever, he cracked him 2 or 3 times in the opening round. But he's got a chin. But Povich or whatever that Russian dude's name, Popovich?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. He tagged him, okay, and he shook him. But he doesn't have the power of Ngannou. Ngannou connects with his power, motherfucker's dead.
So who's the best heavyweight then? Because you said a circle, so that leaves it at the same place.
Well, right now the best heavyweight fighter we all know is Aspinall. You're gonna put him in 3rd place. I know you. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. That's why you picked John Jones and Ngannou. 2 black guys. You just don't like white people, bro. You're in the USA. Why?
I'm American, motherfucker.
Okay,
What the
I
fuck you
know.
talking about?
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. You got your crooked ass paper from Story and King right there on the Tropicana. You got a fake social security number. But let's go back to Aspinall is the number 1 heavyweight. Who is the number 1 heavyweight in you? Who's first, second, and third?
John Jones, Ngannou, Aspinall.
Bro.
Let's say John Jones, Aspinall, because Ngannou is no longer in the UFC.
Okay.
So-
Well, we're talking about heavyweights, just heavyweights in general.
Yeah, I know.
Wishful
but
fights.
that's what I tell you. Those 3.
John Jones, Ngannou, and you got 3rd place Aspinall.
Yeah.
Dude, I think we need to end this fucking chapter right now, this episode, because we're about to fight.
Okay,
off camera.
I know how I'm gonna make you
Tell me.
agree with this.
Never. Aspinall number
What
1.
we said, if an elite striker goes to fight an elite grappler, who wins?
Depending on styles and depending on
No.
elite.
Who wins? Normally, who wins?
Okay, hold up.
I'm talking about elite.
I know.
Elite striker.
But I'm going to say something before that. It depends how elite and depends what type of striker.
Best of the best.
It depends if it's
The
a
best of
kicker
the
or an uppercutter or a 1-2er.
No, the best of the best.
It depends. Best of the best. It depends on the night and depends on the style.
The guy that you think is the best striker, that guy.
Against the grappler?
Against the best you can think grappler. Who wins?
But Striker has caught the grappler. The Striker has caught the grappler also.
Who wins?
Bro, why you get in front of all my fans? You're going to peer pressure me like this? I'm going to say, because I am a grappler, I'm going to say a grappler.
Exactly.
But John Jones is not the best of the best. He gets hit.
Oh.
Ngannou touches him. Aspinall smokes him. He's too fast.
Exactly. He's a striker.
And a wrestler.
No.
And a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Better. He's
a
not
jiu-jitsu black belt.
He's not better than John Jones.
He would do a flying armbar on John Jones. Just like my friend Marcos. Remember that flying armbar that Marco did on me? Okay, and he caught me. He didn't catch me. But he tried to do a flying armbar on me. That's the same thing that Aspinall will do, but Aspinall will connect it. Boom, in the air.
Nah.
Valió verga.
No way.
Oh,
no
bro.
Way. No way.
Bro.
Well, the point is,
okay,
an elite grappler beats an elite striker. So,
most of the time.
Yes, most of the time. We see it. Khabib McGregor. We see Khabib McGregor. We see Pereira and Kalaev. And there's so many other. Bas Rutten, Cam Shamrock. With all the best fighters, best strikers, when they face an elite.
You went back with Cam Shamrock.
No. When they face an elite grappler, the grappler most likely will win that fight. Obviously, it's a hybrid because the striker knows a little bit of, like you're saying, a little bit of grappling. The grappler knows a little bit of striking. But at the end of the day, they're going to stick to the guns. So what I'm trying to say is, okay, let's say Aspinall has the hand speed. He's going to try to wrestle him. He's not going to go toe-to-toe. We already saw what can happen with that. Gustafsson was one guy that had great hand speed. He almost beat John Jones.
I think he beat him that first fight.
Dominic Reyes, a guy that he had fast hand speed. What happened to John Jones? He's not comfortable with those type of guys. But he's going to go to the ground or he's going to start using his legs.
Aspinall style's big ass is very similar as far as hands with Reyes, Dominic Reyes.
In a way, yeah.
Very similar. Now, if you think about it, it's very similar. So, if Dominic Reyes beat the heaven out of John Jones.
He didn't beat John Jones.
Oh, God, bro.
He outstrike him. Who won? And if you see the records, who won?
That was rigged.
Look, that fight
UFC was
against Reyes, he won the first three rounds. I agree with that. On striking.
First three rounds.
It's a 5 round. So, in a way, he already won the fight, right?
Correct.
But the thing is, when you're a champion, this is like an unwritten rule in boxing and MMA.
Okay.
If you're facing a champion, you don't go there to survive. You go there to be the champion.
Okay.
So you cannot just fight 3 rounds and raise your hands and, I want the fight. No, you have to end the fight. And John Jones looked way better than Reyes in those 3 rounds. And he was already a champion. Plus, he has the better marketing. He has the better marketing. He has the best everything. So, but if that fight, let's say it's 6 rounds, John Jones knock him out.
No, you know why?
Why?
Super Reyes fucked up. He started acting like a little bitch. He started running around, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I know, I'm with you.
Shouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
But what we're saying is we're comparing styles. Aspinall's style is like Reyes, yes or no? And Aspinall has already learned.
Yes.
I'm not going to lay off of this guy.
Yes.
Because he's going to have more conditioning, more energy. He's younger, stronger, faster, quicker. John Jones, they both have a jaw, right? They both have a chin.
I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
Just ask one at a time, bro.
First
one. Don't get yourself all confused.
Do you think John Jones didn't learn from those mistakes? That's why I'm telling you, experience is a big thing. He already learned from those mistakes. Aspinall has never fought a guy like Jones.
Jones never fought a guy like Aspinall.
He fought Reyes and he fought Gustafsson. That's what I'm telling you.
But not that way. They're different, bro.
No, it's the same shit.
Bro, how can you tell me it's the same shit, bro?
Plus, that's one. And second one, we haven't seen Aspinall go a 5-rounder against a guy like John Jones, and there's nobody that has that unorthodox stance and way of fighting, that fucking ring IQ. There's nobody like that.
You're right, but there's no one like Aspinall either.
Oh my God!
Look, John Jones can bring in all those big old heavyweights that he always has, which I really enjoy watching his camp. But there's no one like Aspinall. And Aspinall's got a chip on his shoulder, big time. Like, he wants to smoke this one.
I think that's another mistake for Aspinall. I think he's getting too emotional. I think that's what John Jones wants.
Yeah, he's doing it to him.
He wants it. He wants that emotion. He's not gonna think. He's like, I'm gonna go there and knock him out. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be ugly. Blah blah. That's what John Jones wants.
That's what John Jones does want.
Well, that's what happened with Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor. Nate Diaz got into his skin. That's what happened. McGregor fought Aldo.
Uh-huh.
And McGregor said this when we were in the face-off.
Uh-huh.
He was making piss off. He was talking all that mad shit. If this was the I don't know what century, I'll come with horses and kill all the
No,
fucking
that was
Brazilians.
Aldo.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
No,
I thought you were talking
no.
about Diaz.
No, McGregor and Aldo.
Okay.
And that was all the things that McGregor was saying. And Aldo got super pissed off.
Yeah.
And he said in the face-off, he saw that Aldo's hand, his right hand, was he was like his fist was how do you say it?
Clinched up.
Yeah, clinched up. He was like, something told me he's gonna try to knock me out with that punch. What happened? He countered that punch, knocked him out in 15 seconds.
Right away.
So I think that's what Jon Jones is doing to Aspinall. He even changed his profile picture next to a duck with a belt. Like he's mocking him. He's making fun of Aspinall. He's like, who gives a fuck about you? He's getting under his skin, and this is very dangerous in the fighting game.
He's trolling him like crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Jon Jones was never a good troller. The only time a little bit of trolling came out was against
Cormier.
That was it. Apart from that, like he was a good fighter, but the only thing we saw outside of him that was funny or entertaining or comical was when he was running into pregnant bitches. Apart from that, Jon Jones was not entertaining outside of the ring. Yes or no? Why are you laughing? It's true.
Yeah, it's true. That's why I'm laughing.
That's a cute shirt too. So
Thank
here,
you.
when we come back to me, Aspinall number 1. It's a toss-up, but I'm going to say between Ngannou and Jon Jones, I'm going to say,
Come on. Say it.
I don't want to say it, but it's going to be Jon Jones number 2.
Yeah.
And then Ngannou on a bad night 3.
Look, if you say Aspinall, I understand what you're saying because you don't know about fighting. But
Okay, keep going.
But I can agree with that. If somebody tells me Aspinall will beat Jon Jones, I say, okay. It's like a 50-50 fight.
You're welcome.
Like, for real.
How is it a 50-50 fight, bro?
Bro, we were going to end the show right now. It's already
No, but now you're saying...
Keep going, because let's keep going.
Okay, because...
It's not a 50-50 fight.
It's not a 50-50 fight.
It's not?
No, okay. Percentage-wise.
Yes,
Let's go down. Power punches. Who's got it?
They're the same for me.
Oh, come on, bro.
They're the same for me.
Okay, for you, but not for knockouts. Who's got more knockouts with punches?
Probably Jon Jones.
No. He's got more knockouts with elbows.
It's the same shit. It's striking.
No, it's not.
It's
punches.
striking.
You're talking about
so
punches.
he's not going to fucking elbow the fuck out of Aspinall.
No. He's not going to get close enough.
Bro,
He's going to be able to...
please.
The 1-2, what we talk about, the 1-2. Crisp.
He's going to throw that spinning
Popovich.
elbows. He's going to throw that spinning back kick.
That spinning shit.
Spinning heel.
He's going to do no spinning shit, no spinning heel.
Right here with Stipe
Yeah.
Miocic. You were crying in that fight.
I was.
I remember you were like, oh my God, Jon Jones did a spinning kick. I don't know how the fuck that kick is.
Why are you bringing up bullshit, bro?
Fuck it. I don't like Jon Jones. I was like, bro, I told you Jones gonna fuck up Miocic, and you were like, no, his wrestling's too good. You were talking the same mad shit right now. Oh, Stipe Miocic is the best heavyweight. You know, if you go to resumes, he's the best. He's a wrestler like me. He's a grappler. Jon Jones can't do shit. He got fucked up.
Okay, you're correct. But that was a long time ago, bro. That was just, you got lucky on that one pick. The kicks. Who has better kicks? Jon Jones?
Jon Jones.
Okay. Do you think he's going to kick Aspinall?
The fuck out.
Bro, I don't even want to look in your direction right now, bro. I'm just talking like this right now. You actually think Jon Jones is going to try to kick Aspinall?
Yes.
Maybe from a distance,
yes,
as a safe kick.
Oblique kick. That's his best kick.
He's going to do that only to try to stay away from Aspinall.
Yes.
Aspinall is not going to give.
Point.
Aspinall is going to stay
What's
inside
longer?
of those
arms
kicks.
or legs? What's longer?
Legs.
Of course. What do you think he's going to do?
Jon Jones knows Aspinall's too quick. He's going to grab that fucking leg, flick it in the air, drop him. He's going to get the seatbelt on him, whack, and then he's in trouble. He's not even going to get the hooks. Aspinall's not even going to get. He's going to get the seatbelt, and from there he's going to try to choke him. And what he's going to do is going to twist his neck this way, so he cross this way, and then the next going to go that way. And Jon Jones is going to do what Conor McGregor did.
All right. What else?
And then
Wrestling. Who's a better wrestler?
Jon Jones is not going to want to wrestle. You know why? I wouldn't want to wrestle because he pulled his chest muscle and it ended the fight for him. So he's not going to want to wrestle. I think he's not going to want to wrestle.
That was not the question.
Okay.
Who's the better wrestler? Who's the better grappler?
If we just go off, okay, I'm going to just make it easy. If we go off the experience because he's a wrestler, right? In college, I'm going to say Jon Jones.
Okay. Who has more experience?
In the heavyweight division, I'm gonna
Who
go
has
with.
more experience fighting?
Wait up. Well, we're talking about the heavyweight division.
Fighting.
Okay, fighting is different from the heavyweight division. If I fight light heavyweight and I fight the heavyweights, it's a whole different ball game. It's different. John Jones has 2 fights. Aspinall his whole career since he was an 18-year-old kid. He was looking like me, just a monster, just a beautiful beast. So, experience in the heavyweights, I'm gonna go Aspinall. What? My opinion,
man. Look. He beat Lyoto Machida. He beat Shogun Rua.
Lyoto Machida. Hold up. Can I stop? Can I stop? Stop. Let's go one by one. Lyoto Machida.
He beat Stipe Miocic, who you were saying is the best heavyweight. How do you tell me he beat the best heavyweight in his second fight?
In his time. He was already old. He's almost like 40. He was like DC. Of course, DC lost. Of course, Stipe Miocic lost. They were like 40 years old. They're like my age.
DC twice or 3 times. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
So
and DC was already old.
How are you going to say he's not experienced? You know what? I know what's going on.
He does got the experience.
No, I know what's going on around here. I know what's going on. You're still fucking sore from your butthole because Jon Jones beat Cormier. That's what's going on around here. You're like, oh, Cormier was my dude. He beat the fuck out of him.
I got pictures with DC.
I know.
I got pictures with him.
That's it. Right now was like bling.
Like every time I'm at the airport, flying somewhere, I find DC. DC's always eating a hamburger. Always eating a hamburger. That motherfucker's always got a hamburger, some fries. He's like this hunched over his food, like someone's gonna steal his food from prison.
Bro, but I'm gonna say something from Cormier, bro. Even though he's small, he fought the.
He's not small. He's not as tall.
No, he's 5'11",
dude. Yeah, but that's not small. That's not small. And that thick, bro. When you see him, he's like.
I'm not saying
like a bear.
Okay, what I'm trying to say,
like when I grabbed him and I picked him up, I was like, "Bro, you're heavy." But
I'm not saying as in a disrespectful way. I'm saying like Mike Tyson type of weight. Mike Tyson was small, but he beat everybody. Cormier was the same.
True.
He was like 5'11", but anybody you put in front of him, he beat him.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Okay, so Jon Jones got lucky twice with DC because he was on steroids.
Anyway, so the 5 metrics we said. You agree Jon Jones is better than Aspinall and all of those. So how do you say the outcome?
When did I say he was better than any of those?
I asked you. Power, you said, yeah, Jon Jones.
No, I did not.
Speed, you said Jon Jones.
You're tripping.
Grappling, you said, yeah, if we go to this and this, yeah, Jon Jones.
Where do you come up with this?
Fighting IQ, you said Jon Jones. So we say all this. So what's the result?
Aspinall in the second round.
Okay. Let's
I'm gonna make it entertaining for you. I'm gonna say Aspinall in the 4th round.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more thing.
Okay, better be a good question, bro, because now you're
What's the percentage of a fight against Jon Jones?
Okay.
Aspinall?
Okay.
I say it's a 50-50 fight. Maybe 55 to Jon Jones, 45 to Aspinall.
I say the first 2 rounds, if Jon Jones is able to land a head kick, Aspinall, or that spinning shit kick that he caught Miocic. Round 3, 4, and 5, all Aspinall. Even round 1 and 2.
Even though he's never been in those type of rounds in his life.
Round 1 and 2, yeah, it don't matter. Fight's a fight. Round 1 and 2, 50-50. That could be that.
No, the outcome of the fight. What's the percentage for you?
70% Aspinall. 70. Yeah. Don't look at me like that either. Don't roll your eyes at me.
All right. So the best fighter right now for you, heavyweight, Aspinall, by far. That's what you're saying.
Not by far. I'm just saying.
70% is by far.
But against Jon Jones, what about Ngannou? Ngannou's got a big chance. But against Jon Jones and Aspinall, 70%. But I say Ngannou beats Aspinall.
Beautiful people that are watching us
but that's
and listen to this podcast, maybe just for me and Abel. Just put a comment. You think he wins and why? Don't just put just a name.
And here's another thing. I want to know exactly who do you think made more sense?
What's up with your dog, bro? First the phone calls, now your dog, bro.
I got a big old pit bull with the body of a pug.
Viewers are going to hate us, man.
Here's the thing. Everyone loves me. So here's the thing. Who made more logical sense when it comes to the fight IQ? Me or the rooster, the cock of Tijuana? This is Old and New Money Podcast. We out.